Hi, it's Zebra1975 and welcome to PUBG on console, and I thought I'd use these snippets just to go through some of my favourite weapons. My favourite weapon, my most used weapon, and I think the strongest weapon in the game. So we'll start off with my most used. My most used normal weapon is the UMP, and as far as like long range option, I usually go with a Mini 14. They're my most used guns by an absolute country mile. I've probably won more games with this loadout than any other loadout. The UMP allows me to move slightly faster, which on console I think is vital. That bit of strafing helps, avoid a little bit of damage coming in. It's always good. And the Mini, because I think it's more difficult on console to snap to target and aim as well. You're less likely to hit a headshot with the first shot. I think DMRs on console are probably better than a bolt action. That's just my opinion. It certainly works for me. I actually prefer using bolt actions, but I do better with DMRs. So this combination is both my most used weapons, a UMP and a Mini 14. That's my most used weapons in those categories. And that's generally what most people rock, is 2 weapons. My favourite weapon as far as main weapon goes is the dinner plate gun. I don't know why, but I do love a dinner plate gun. It's ridiculous, it has a slow rate of fire, it is very damaging, it can't take any attachments, you can be seen a mile off because the gun flash from it, the noise it makes is horrific. I thought I'd leave this clip in because it's just a fun bit of me driving. But the dinner plate gun, despite all its faults, is my favourite gun in the game. I will deliberately go to the loot areas where you can get guns from other maps just to try and get a dinner plate gun as often as possible. I am very confident when I have a dinner plate gun in my hand that I'm going to do okay in most of my gunfights. Yes, I'm going to get beat by some super sweaty tryhard with a fully equipped M4 because that gun's way better. Now, as far as long range options go, I think the best long range gun on console is the SLR. So this combination is my favourite weapon and the pick that I think is the strongest weapon for long range on console. As I said, I think that personally DMRs are better on console than bolt actions, and out of the DMRs probably the best one is the SLR. I tend to steer clear of it because I don't know why I struggle to hit people at range with it that are moving. I prefer the Mini 14, but as you can see there, sometimes the dinner plate gun does let me down and I lose a few fights, but it doesn't deter me. It's still my favourite gun, even though it's not the best. Now the best normal option is this. The P90 is the best gun in the game currently. Obviously it's a crate weapon, so it's a bit of an unfair thing to say that's the best gun, but for me the UMP is the best normal gun and the P90 is the best crate weapon. I would take a UMP over virtually any other crate weapon, and I would take the P90 over anything in this game at the moment. I think the Mark 14 is an amazing gun, and maybe that's better than the SLR, but because it's a crate gun, I think the SLR's got the edge there. The Mark 14 is very, very strong. Now, my favourite weapon to use on the second slot is the Karl 98 sniper rifle. Even though I'm terrible with it and I don't get that many kills with it, I still love using it, and there's something satisfying about one shot, one kill when you get someone who doesn't know you've got a sniper and they're lying by a rock and you just hit them in the head and kill them. It's super satisfying. So there you go. That's my most used, my favourite, and what I think of the strongest. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching.